Hi, I'm Bill Lancaster, and I'm going to be your host for this video on making a bedside bench. I'm going to show you 4 of these benches that have been made previously, and then we're going to move to the one that I'm going to show you how to make. These 4, as you see, are here. The bottom one was made by my father, probably in the 1940s, as a fire bench. The next 3 I made. The middle 2 are fairly recent, and I used them as bedside benches. The top one is kind of flawed, and I just put stuff on it beside my recliner chair, books, and the iPad, and so forth. So we're going to be making a bench like this second one, like that one, which I will show you a little bit of how to do that. That's the idea. So I'm going to go out to the lathe booth now, and we'll pick up from there. Bye. Okay, we're back out in the lathe booth now. I just wanted to show you a few things. I have brought out with me the bench like we're going to make today. It's this bench. This is about 6 or 7 inches high. And let's see how long it is. It's 22 inches by 10 inches. So this is great for a little bedside bench to step up onto a high poster bed. It's a very simple design. As you see, the legs come up through the bench top, and then they get sawed off with a Japanese pull saw, and then sanded flush with a belt sander. Now, but there are places you can go wrong with this. There are 3 things that have to happen to make this bench. You got to have the right walnut. You got to have that minor walnut. You've got to have a thick piece of walnut, about 8 to 10 quarters at least. And so that's one thing you got to do. So when I get a piece of walnut, as I have just done recently, I got a nice black walnut, about 10 feet long, enough to make 3 of these benches, and with the legs. So that's the one thing, is finding the right walnut. Second thing is getting this hole drilled at the right angle. It's a compound angle. It's 25 degrees this way, and you have to slant the table over 26 degrees that way. I'm going to show you on the drill press how I do those. I think these were probably done with a brace and bit. The new ones I'm showing you today, I've tried to do on the drill press to be consistent. So that's the second thing, is getting that angle right. And that is not easy. It just happens that I take a corner-to-corner line and go down that line, and it hits the corner about right for the legs. So you see how the legs go out. If they don't go out, you won't get the stability you need. So these are all, and you can see the bottoms. Have the pommels that you saw me make on the lathe. Now, here's a piece of the wood that I've got, and it's a nice thick piece of walnut. I've done these holes on a drill press, not perfectly, as you will see, but I've done them. Now, the third thing that can go wrong is if you make this leg too small. It's got to be just the right size to go through that hole. If you make it too small, you've blown it, and you're going to have to put it on with epoxy or something to fill it. Now, this is not the right size. This is way too big. I've got to bring that down to about 1 1/4. These are 1 1/4 inch holes. So to go up through there, and those are about 3 inches long. And they should come out the top, and use a Japanese pull saw to saw them off, and then as I said, use a belt sander to sand them down flush. So that's the process. You see I've gotten the pieces of leg all here. So everything is ready to go. It's just a matter of turning these the right diameter and gluing them in, and then to saw off the bottoms, it's a very easy thing. You just put a board against it and then mark it and saw them off with a Japanese saw. So that's about it. I'm going to show you though the drill press, and you see the finished product. There we go. All right, bye. Now I'm going to show you how I make these legs, and this is a skew. We're just going to score that little corner there. This is the length of the tenon that I'm going to need to go up through the bottoms of the bench. So I got it turned into 0, turn it up. Good. Now I'm going to just see where that is. Right about there. Okay. Turn it pretty high. So about 1100. Okay, that will give us a little scoring on those corners and keep it from chipping out too much when we do the rounding. Okay, let's get this thing. I just sharpened this spindle roughing gouge. Let's see how it goes. Close. I'm not going to take it down as small as it's going to have to be to go in there, because if you get them too small, they'll just ruin the whole project. So I'm going to take it down a little bit smaller, because I know it needs to be somewhat smaller. Now to do this pommel, you just point the bevel. That's the bevel. Point the bevel where you want it to go, and go in. Well, you see how you do those. This has got to be 1 1/4 inches. So it's a long way from being there. And let me see what I've got here. I'm a long way from 1 1/4. So, but you see how we do that. Okay, now I want to turn the video off for a minute while we convert this lathe to a kind of display stand. So just hang on. Hi, we're at the Woodworkers Guild, and I've got a drill press set up in a way that I think will give us the correct angle of holes. So I'll show you what I've got set up here. So this is the drill press. I've got the table angled at 25 degrees. I've got the walnut bench top angled this way at 26 degrees. I think that's going to give us the correct correct holes. So I've gotten two. I haven't done two. I did two in a previous setup, but I thought with this I might be able to be consistent. So I'm going to run this thing very slowly. That's not right. It's wobbling. I got to correct that. And that's not right. So I'm going to slow this thing down though. Way down. Way down. Maybe. Less than 300 RPM. I want to go really slow. That's about as slow as it seems I want to go. Okay, I'm going to check now to see if why that bit isn't spinning true. So we'll get back to you. Bye-bye. Okay, I think I'm set up now to do this correctly, so let's give it a try. I've got it on the other angle you'll see. Excuse me. Very slowly. I have a 2x4 underneath there, so I want to go, and when I see some white wood, when I bring it up, I'll know I'm there. I've got to go all the way into the 2x4 to make sure that I've cut the hole all the way through. Because if you don't get those holes cut all the way through, they're hard to get just exactly round after that. Grab this other handle here. So something is stopping it. I'm going to turn it off for a second and make sure everything is good and tight. Okay, let's try this to make sure it's good and tight. Yep. And then these. Feels pretty good. Yep. Let's try it one more time. Okay. Let's try this again. There's some white wood. I got to go down to get all the way through this. So I'm going down about as far as this drill press will allow me to go. So that should be enough. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think we're good there. Okay. All right. That's how you do it. Bye.